first we have to do some preparatory things like V-groove them out and grind away some of the caulk and cementitious materials that have been used over the years to fill it. The other thing you'll notice is all the surface deterioration, rock pops, chips, and stuff like that that we have on this slab. Okay, this is an older slab. It's in very good solid shape, but we still have the surface deterioration to make sure of. Control joint. When we're done with this, we have to make sure that the control joint is still there so that the slab can move around. And we followed it up with a tight pressure wash. Using a minimum 3,000 psi at 4 gallons per minute, we can deep clean the concrete of all the dirt that's gotten into the pores of the concrete over the years. As you see here, the slab is cleaned and prepped and now ready for the restoration process. The cracks have been opened up and are ready for epoxy. Rock pops have been drilled out. Here the epoxy has been installed in the cracks and sand is being embedded into the surface of the epoxy for proper adhesion of the SM Pro. The excess epoxy is now being ground off. Here's our cracks with the epoxy and ground smooth. Now what I'm doing is cutting about an 1/8 inch groove into the epoxy. And what happens here is when we install our base coat with the SM Pro, it has a differential curing rate which shows up as a darker material, which allows us to follow the crack with our tape. I'm rubbing all the high spots off of the concrete, any trowel marks, any drips, etc., and blow off the slab, and here it is ready for the pattern work. Here the pattern work has been started. Brick borders were formed first, the stone pattern was brought down the walkway, and then the tape was run down the cracks as seen here, with the darker material being the guide. Once this is all laid out, rocks can be formed to camouflage the cracks in a random fashion. Continue this pattern throughout the project, and you can see you can mask off the cracks and create a stone pattern that totally camouflages where the original cracks were. Here's where the bricks have been applied using Brickform sun-baked clay mixed in with the SM Pro, troweled and textured. Now I apply the Brickform SM Pro with the ash white, and you can see I'm going right up to the tape lines. I do this to eliminate cold joints and overlap marks in the slab. This makes your overall appearance look more realistic and more professional. I spread the material thin, about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch thick, and as the material starts to thicken, I'm able to create light texture with the trowel to give it a more rock-like appearance. I always keep a wet edge as well to make sure that I don't have any overlap marks. Here the pattern tape has been removed, revealing the grout marks. You can see how the cracks have been worked into the rock pattern and are very subtle now. Here's our completed project with the stain. Brickform Artesian water-based stain was used. 3 different rock colors, 2 different colors sprayed over the entire slab, plus individual bricks were stained to give the slab a realistic brick and rock appearance. 2 coats of your favorite Brickform sealer over the top of this slab, and you've got your finished product.